morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Brandon Bell. He's the Metcalfe County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. Now, Brandon, I know every year you guys get together there with surrounding counties and do a hay auction.
We do. We have the Tri-County Hay and Straw Auction.
So what exactly is the premise behind the auction?
We started this, I can't tell you how many years ago. I think this is our 7th or 8th sale. I had heard about a hay auction in another county, in Madison County, and I like the idea of it because it's just a good way to put buyers and sellers together. And we do it the last Saturday in January every year. And some people think that's kind of an odd time to do it. They say, why don't you do it in the fall? When we get to the end of January, I'm going to know if I've got extra hay to sell. I'm going to know at that point. Or if I need hay, I'm going to know it at that point. So, a lot of times we can't predict in the fall whether we're going to need to sell, whether we're going to need to buy. But by the end of January, you know it.
That's exactly right. Because we never know when winter is actually
That's exactly right. Like this year, I know on my farm, I started feeding hay a month earlier than I normally do, not because of winter, but because I ran out of pasture, So there's a lot of variables out there that will influence how much hay we need.
Absolutely. Now, at this hay auction, I'm assuming people can come buy hay, but are you looking for consignors as well? You mentioned if I have too much hay.
We're definitely looking for consignors. At this point, we don't have a lot of hay consigned, and I get nervous about this time every year thinking that we're not going to have any hay, and we always do. But I do know that hay is in short supply this year, and there's just not a whole lot seemingly out there. So if there's anybody that's watching today that has hay that you want to sell, it doesn't have to come out of those 5 counties. We'll take it from anywhere because we have traditionally had consignors and buyers from several parts of the state. Even other states will come in to buy.
Now, what type of hay? How does it need to be packaged? Square bales, round bales, large bales?
We can do, we do small squares of hay and straw. We've even had rolls of straw, big squares of straw. We have a lot of rolled hay, and typically we'll have a few big squares. So any form will work for us. One year we even had miniature 2-pound bales come. So you're liable to find anything at the Tri-County Hay and Straw Auction.
So if people are watching and they do have extra hay, how do they become a consignor?
They just need to call one of the 5 counties. That would be Allen, Barron, Hart, Metcalfe, or Monroe, and tell us what you've got, and then we'll make arrangements for you to deliver samples to the auction site, which is the Metcalfe County Fairgrounds. If you've got 100 rolls of hay, we're obviously not going to ask you to bring in 100 rolls. But if you have, for a lot of hay, we want you to represent that lot accurately. And for rolls, it's 5 rolls. For large squares, it's 5, or for small squares, it's 50. And all of the hay will be weighed on site, and the Department of Ag will bring their mobile testing unit down, and they will test the hay for nutritional value. So this is really good for buyers because buyers know exactly what they're getting. They know the quantity that they're getting. They know the quality that they're getting.
Yeah, and so from the buyer's perspective, when they come, they're going to be able to see what the hay is nutritionally testing. Now, is there a certain way it's packaged or sold? Do I have to buy all of it? Can I buy some of it?
You can buy 1 roll. You can buy 1,000 rolls. Basically what we will do is most people will put a reserve on their hay. We'll auction it off, and let's say we've got a lot of 100, and the first bidder takes 10 rolls. Then we'll say, does anybody else want any at that price? And as long as we're above the reserve, we just keep auctioning it until we get down to that point.
All right, Brandon. So tell us again where it is, when it starts.
It is January 27th. That is the last Saturday in January at 10 a.m. Central Time at the Metcalfe County Fairgrounds in Edmonton.
Thanks for watching the Farm and Home Show, and have a great day.